My first topic that I want to talk to you guys and stuff about today. So let's just dive right in. All right. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is being shopped by competitors. Now, I bring this up and stuff to you guys because this stuff just, it kind of happens to me. So I like to just talk about it and just give you some feedback on my process. And you don't have to do what I do, but I don't have the rule book. It's not Bible or anything like that. But while all these inquiries and stuff are coming in, I also feel like some of these guys are, just some competitors just trying to shop and see if I'm, raising prices, if I'm doing this, that, and the other. So the question arises, like, if you get an email or you get a voicemail and somebody wants to know, what price they can get for a New Year's party, or what price they can get for a reunion, or what price they get for a wedding. Usually when they ask for basic, more of like your basic gigs, like just a party event or like a New Year's, it usually is not another DJ company that's hitting you up. In my case, it's not. The three inquiries that I got for New Year's Eve were all, in my opinion, reputable. Where they tried to shop me was for weddings. And you can usually tell because of the date. I got three inquiries that I think were shoppers and stuff, because they all three of them picked one day in September. And I thought that was kind of odd. And then like their names and stuff were in like capital letters, and the way they typed and stuff was different. Like it just didn't feel and look like a normal request or an email. So they asked and I gave it time. What I usually do first when it comes to those is I usually give it time. I let it breathe for a second. Usually when I give it time, they'll reach back out, and I can kind of tell that if it's the same email over again, it's pretty much a bot, or it's an inquiry. However, if they reach out and it's a little bit more detailed and they're breaking it down, like I like to try to get a feel for stuff. So like if they reach back out and they say, oh, it's going to be, at my house or something like that, now I'm starting to think more like it's me being shopped. But if they can give me an actual venue that I've been to and stuff before, I usually take that with a grain of salt, because if they can give me a venue, I can always call the venue and just say, hey, I'm a preferred vendor at your venue, and I'm just making sure that these clients reached out to you, and that they are real people. They are who they say they are. And usually they'll say, yeah, they reached out to us, and yeah, you're on our preferred vendor list, and blah, blah, blah. And they go back, and then I go back and answer the question. But if you don't give me a venue, or you give me a venue I've never heard of, or you say something just kind of left, like I'm just looking for little things within the email that just throw me completely off. One of the things that I was getting was, not only was I getting like a similar date, it was kind of the same lingo. Like it was like a couple of the words and stuff were off. Like instead of, let me see if I can read it here. Let me just tell you. All right, hold on a second. All right, so like it said. Okay, so it said like I would like your services, and this is how it reads. Okay, I'm gonna read it exactly how it reads. I would like your services as my DJ on 9/7/24 from 2:30 to 6:30, or the minimum time required for it to end at 6:30 p.m. Can I receive a quote for these genres: pop, 90s R&B, and inexplicit rap? Perform at the venue. This is for a wedding event. Like it just, see how that's just all kind of all over the place. Like, it's not a flowy email. It's not somebody who just sounds like, hey, we were reaching out to see whether or not you were available on 9/7 because we're having a wedding. Myself and this person are going to be at this venue. It'll be for 4 hours. See how that flows? That didn't flow. And so immediately I start thinking something's wrong. Either this is a bot, there's a language barrier, or I'm being shopped. So, I mean, I still kind of go through the process. I know it's a pain in the butt as an owner because I have to deal with it because I don't have a secretary to block stuff like that. So I reach out and I reach back out and I just ask simple questions and I try to delay pricing as long as I can. And then you get that infamous, I can't do a credit card. I have to do a check. And if you could put all your services, oh man, I've gotten some crazy responses. But like, it'll give me some excuse as to why they can't use a credit card. And I tell them, I'm sorry, this is the only way that I can actually receive payment. Just trying to make it tough on that end, just because I know a credit card payment, that's a transaction. It's a secure transaction. I do not mess with checks. I just don't. I mean, checks are very archaic. I don't mess with any type of checks, unless it is from an actual business, and that still has to make it out to me before the event does. I mean, before the event happens. But as far as them asking for prices and stuff like that, when I know it's like, kind of sketchy, I give them some like outrageous price. Like I had one for New Year's and it was kind of similar like that email. And they were like, how much for New Year's? I was like, oh, that'll be like $2,500 for 4 hours because it's a holiday. It's a big holiday, big celebration holiday and stuff like that. And then the email stopped. It just stopped. So I knew that was just somebody shopping and stuff like that. But if it seems reputable, if they can type it out well, if it comes across well, I'll give them my prices. I'll put my prices right out there for anybody to see because, look, you can compare my prices to your prices. You can try to undercut me. You can try to do whatever you want to do. But the difference between me and whoever's trying to shop me and stuff is that you can't mimic my quality of service. That's just one thing you can't do. You cannot give the client what I can give them, even if you give them a $50, $100 discount. You can't give them that because only I can. Because I have a system, a rhythm and stuff that I do that makes each client very comfortable, that makes each client give that wow factor. You can't give them what I can give them. So even if you're shopping me and you go under me $100, under me $200, you're only stumping your own foot. And yeah, you'll probably poach a couple people from me, but those are the clients that I probably didn't need to deal with anyway. Because this is not like let's make a deal. It definitely is not. So I say all this to say to you guys that if you're being shopped, first of all, just pay attention to how the request is being sent to you, and disclose whatever you want to disclose. I mean, if you want to flat out lie, that's totally up to you. But that's the way that I handle it. I'll look at it, I let it breathe, and then I'll try to do my research and stuff. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but it will save you a lot of time if you can figure out whether or not you're dealing with somebody, a real person, or, somebody looking to just undercut you and stuff anyway. So leave me some comments and stuff down below. Let me know what you guys think and stuff, what you would do in those situations, because all of us have them. And if you're a business on Google, if you're on the Nod, if other DJs are just looking for DJs in the area to compare prices and stuff to and shop you, you're going to get this. You're going to run into this. It just happens. It always does. Everybody's competing, but we should all still be on the same level because, if John, me, and Tom are all running the same prices, now you've got to just pick us based on what we can provide for you. And that's how it should have been anyway. So don't undercut me $200 just because you want to get over on me. That's neither here nor there. That's a whole rant. But let me know and stuff down below what you guys think about that.